of the hardest parts of being a fashion designer is knowing how to charge. If you charge too little, you might lose money. And if you charge too much, you might end up scaring clients away. In this video, I'll show you how to confidently price your work without losing money or scaring clients away. And at the same time, get paid for what you are worth. I'm Faiza, the founder of Iza Clothing, and on this channel, I teach fashion designers how to turn their creativity into profitable business. We are diving into pricing, one of the most important business skills you need to have as a fashion designer. Without much further ado, let's get right into the video. The biggest mistake I made when starting out was charging based only on fabric. Your work is more than just fabric. It is time, energy, effort, strength, electricity. You have to add all this costs to your pricing. All these things entails your pricing generally. So don't charge only based on the worth of fabric. You don't even have to concern yourself about the cost of the fabric alone. Though you have to consider the cost of fabric, most especially when you're running a ready-to-wear brand. So you don't charge based only on the worth of the fabric. There are some costs that comes with making up a full piece, so you've got to add those ones too. And this is how your business grows. Once you know your cost, add a profit margin, and this is where growth begins. So it is basically, for you to calculate this, it is basically cost times 2.3 of 3. This is how it is. For example, let's say the cost to make a dress, let's say the cost of a wool piece that you are selling as a fashion designer or you made for somebody is 40,000 naira. All you've got to do is either multiply by 2.3 or you multiply by 3, then you get a particular price. So for example, let's say to make up a particular piece is 40,000 naira. All you've got to do is to multiply the 40,000 naira times 2.5 or 3. So your charging rate will be of the range of 100,000 to probably 120,000 and upward, depending on how you want to charge the person. All right, I want us to understand the fact that there's a difference between a custom made wear and a ready to wear. I shared a particular video where I explained in detail the difference between custom made wears and ready to wear. If you're interested in that, check this video for more details on that. Now, talking about custom made and ready to wear. When it comes to charging between custom made and ready to wear, don't forget the fact that custom made wear take longer time to complete when it comes to fitting, measurements, fabric sourcing, and everything that entails the process of making a custom made dress. It takes time, it takes effort. But when it comes to ready to wear, it can actually be priced lower because you are creating large quantity. That is, you are producing more quantity of the ready to wear. And you're doing that at once. So you have to understand that very particular difference. One of the things that I do tell people is for you not to be afraid to say your price. Please, I'm begging you, don't be afraid to share your price, to tell your price. If you know the what, don't be afraid to say it. Now, for me, I used to feel guilty about telling clients of my price. When it comes to charging clients, I usually feel guilty. On the long run, I realized that was actually wrong. You have to remember, you are not just selling, you're making a whole enterprise. You are controlling a whole enterprise. Or should I say, you are selling an enterprise. So if somebody says you are expensive, just accept the fact that they are not your client. As far as you know the quality of what you are offering, please never be afraid to tell your price. Never be afraid to charge a client. If you haven't subscribed yet, kindly hit on the subscribe button so you can get notified whenever I share a new post, and as well join the family of fashion designers building an empire. Now, here is a quick tip. Like, you don't have to follow competitors. One of the mistakes I see most fashion designers like me do is copying competitors. Everybody has their own profit margin. I feel like all of this boils down to your mindset actually. So you have to understand the fact that you are different from the other person. You are different from your competitor. You understand? You have to know that there is a kind of great difference between you and your competitor. You don't have to do what your competitor is doing. Don't just copy blindly. Establish your own reality of everything. Be it is not just about fashion designing or It has to do with different kind of business. As far as you are creating something, as far as you are an entrepreneur, so you have to understand the fact that you are different and you don't have to copy competitors. And also, don't give discounts often. It kills your value. That's just one reality about it. You have to always take a deposit before starting. That way, you'll be able to have enough capital to get started on the particular project that you're working on. Now, knowing how to price your work is what separates an hobby from a business. I want you to understand the fact that you might have fashion designing as an hobby, but when it comes to you building an enterprise or a business out of it, it is something entirely different. It can be your hobby, fine, but when it comes to business, you have to understand that there's a kind of difference between having an hobby and having a business on its own. If this helped, subscribe for more tips like this. I'm building a whole series on helping you to build a fashion brand from scratch. And if this sounds like what you might be interested in, you might want to hit on the notification bell. Hit on the notification bell so you can get notified whenever I share a new post. And if there is any topic you want me to cover as a self-taught fashion designer, please do not hesitate to drop that in the comment section. I'd like to hear from you guys, your opinion, your thoughts, and what you think you want me to put out here. If you found this helpful, like this video and subscribe to the channel. I hope to see you in my next one. Bye bye.